None Shall Part Us. Our play opens in Paris, the month of September, the year 1937. It tells the story of four people. Sarah Farrington, played by Joan Crawford, Michael Farrington, who's Lou Ayres, Captain Alan Harcourt, personated by Ronald Coleman, and Sir George Packman, played by Montague. It's early evening, and in a small cafe, we first meet Sarah and Michael. And now, as stage manager, I call for lights, music, curtain.
Your health, Mrs. Farrington.
Oh, no, it's my turn to toast. Here's to the curé who married us. By the way, darling, did you notice he had tears in his eyes when we left?
Well, the old boy wasn't crying over us. Those were tears of gratitude for the fee I slipped.
Oh, Michael.
That's a fact. Listen, that's my favorite song.
Isn't it the love song from Ireland, too?
Yes. Remember? None shall part us from each other. Look, let's get the car and drive up to Sacré-Cœur. From there, we can look down on the whole of Paris. And we'll wave goodbye and drive on until a road sign says, "Welcome to Italy," or Algiers, or Tibet, or wherever we have to stop for gas. Then we'll...
Hello, Farrington.
What? Oh, hello, Harcourt.
I thought I'd find you in Paris. We just missed each other in Rome and Vienna.
Yes, by only a few moments. What a pity. Well, you know me, always on the go. Oh, I'm sorry. You haven't met my wife, Captain.
Your wife?
Yes, we were married this afternoon. Sarah, darling, this is a very old friend of mine, Captain Alan Harcourt.
How do you do, Captain Harcourt?
How do you do? Oh, haven't we met somewhere before?
London, Sussex, Packman House?
Of course. You're Sir George Packman's daughter.
You see, Sarah, you can't keep anything from Harcourt. He never forgets a face.
Oh, for a moment I thought I might have made a very special impression.
As a matter of fact, you did. I wonder if I might take your husband away for a few minutes. There's something important I'd like to discuss with him.
You aren't by any chance referring to that business in London?
That's right. I thought you'd know what it was.
Oh, no business now, Michael, please.
You see, my wife and I were planning a sort of moratorium on everyday affairs.
I hoped we could take the Dover boat tonight. We'd be in London tomorrow morning.
The Dover boat tonight, London tomorrow. Oh, that's ridiculous, Captain Harcourt. Michael and I are driving up to Sacré-Cœur in the moonlight, and then on to Italy, Algiers, and Tibet. And we're never coming back to reality, are we, darling?
Well, the fog doesn't seem to be holding us up, Mrs. Farrington. We should sight the coast in an hour.
Oh, I wish we weren't going there. Why did you let Captain Harcourt talk you into it, Michael?
The captain can be very persuasive. He practically never loses an argument.
Tell me, when did you and Michael meet?
On Wednesday last. It was a whole week before we decided to get married.
One of the longest engagements on record. And have you written your father the good news, Mrs. Farrington?
No, I'm saving Michael for a surprise.
A sort of look what I've brought back from Paris with me.
Exactly. And I know he'll find Michael as charming as I do.
I hope so.
Oh, I'll be wearing a top hat to cover my horns.
I planned to cable Father when we knew where we were going, but I never thought it would be Dover.
But I'll tell you what, darling. You give me 10 minutes alone with Harcourt, and perhaps I can talk him out of this nonsense.
All right. I'll go down and inspect our luxurious stateroom. I don't think anyone's been in it since Mary, Queen of Scots.
Now, Harcourt, let's be ourselves. I suppose I should be flattered that they finally set you on my trail. Makes me almost an international crisis.
When are you going to tell her, Farrington?
You know I can't tell her. There must be some other way.
There's no other way.
Then why didn't you come right out with it instead of pretending you were an old friend?
Would you have liked me to? No. No, it's got to come from you.
I'll admit to an occasional robbery, but you'll have to prove the murder.
I know, but there was murder, and you're going to hang for it. It's one thing to be a gentleman thief playing ducks and drakes with the police. But why get a girl like Sarah, into this mess?
Well, my luck failed me, that's all. I'd have been in the clear by now if it hadn't been for you.
You'll have to tell her as soon as she comes back.
All right. All right, Hawk. Let me have a cigarette, will you?
There you are. Light?
Please.
You. This won't help you, Farrington.
Let that gun drop or I'll break your arm. That's the ticket. Now stand over there.
You can't get off the boat.
I can if I dispose of you. My dear friend, Captain Harkett, lost at sea. Most unfortunate.
I couldn't stay away any longer. I just... Why, Michael, what on earth are you doing with that gun?
Gun? Oh, it belongs to Harkett.
Oh, I hate guns.
He was just showing it
Oh,
to
give
him.
it back.
No, Sarah,
Well, before it goes off or something. Come on.
Thank you, Farrington.
Did you settle anything while I was away?
No, darling. Harkett seems absolutely set on our going to London.
Seems I'm fated to be the villain, Mrs. Farrington.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to make the best of it, won't we?
Yes, I guess we will. Well, let's have a celebration anyway. Let's celebrate Harkett's unfailing good health.
And someday, after we've been everywhere and done everything, I think we'll take a place near the sea. But we wouldn't want to stay there all the time, would we, Michael?
Why, not with the whole world to stretch our legs in. More champagne, Harkett?
No, thanks. I've had quite enough.
Darling, you know, we haven't been fair to Harkett.
Why? What do you mean?
You know, he's never seen you in that blue dress. The one you were wearing the day we met. Makes your eyes as blue as the lakes at twilight.
Then indeed you haven't been fair to me.
Please put it on.
Now? But Michael, it's so late.
I know, but somehow I want to remember this funny little cabin and you looking so beautiful everyone envied me.
All right, darling. I won't be long. If you and Captain Harkett will go up on deck.
Sarah,
Yes?
aren't you going to kiss me? Goodbye?
I'll only be gone 5 minutes.
You don't know how long 5 minutes can be. There. We'll meet you at the top of the stairs. Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye.
After you, Harkett. Well, there isn't much time for a compromise.
Compromise? What kind of game are you playing now?
Look, you're taking me back to hang. But I can give you the same results with far less trouble.
What are you talking about?
I'm asking permission to die, but in my own way.
You haven't that choice. Neither have I.
I'm not asking for myself. You know that. It would keep my wife out of it.
Yes, I've already thought of that.
Will the law be overly cheated if we let Sarah think I was a reckless young man who simply drank too much wine and fell into the channel?
That appeals to you as a grand gesture. But you haven't the courage for it.
Well, every man likes to believe he's brave. I think I'll take a turn around the deck. Care to come along?
No, thanks. No, I'll be here when Sarah gets back.
Michael!
Over here by the rail, Mrs. Farrington.
Oh, where's Michael?
He'll be back directly. Why are you trembling? Is anything wrong?
I don't know. While I was dressing, I thought I heard Michael call me.
Well, you couldn't have. He was here with me until a moment ago.
Listen.
What?
Didn't you hear?
I heard the foghorn.
But the music, didn't you hear that?
No. No music.
It sounded just like that song we were talking about.
What, Iolanthe?
Yes, our song. Michael's and mine. Do you know it?
Oh, yes. None shall part us from each other. Isn't that how it goes? One in life and love are we.
There. Didn't you hear it that time?
Oh, it's only your imagination.
I guess I'm hearing things. Are you sure Michael said he'd come back here?
Oh, quite sure. Now, you're getting yourself upset over nothing.
Yes, I suppose I am. But if you knew how much I love him, how empty my whole life would be. What was that they shouted?
Some command.
But didn't he say...
Now, come, let's wait for Michael downstairs. Just one of the crew.
Michael.
Now, come below, Sarah.
Oh, it's Michael. Oh, dear God. Michael!